Hi friends, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Sammy, and in today's video we are planning the week of January 23rd through January 29th in my MakseLife Planner. And I thought we would start things off a little bit differently just because it's a new year and I've been getting a lot of new subscribers, and I want to show how I use my monthly every week with my weekly plans. And so obviously the functionality of my planner is I set it up with what I have going on each month, and then I break it down by each week. And I've been using this planning pad from Plan with Lakin, and you can go to her shop and buy one, and I can link that in the description below. But you can either get it in as a digital download or buy the actual pad, and I just thought it would be easier to buy the pad. It is hourly. I don't use the hours, but they're there if you need them. So that's how I normally plan things out, and then I put them in my planner. And then as the month goes on, I like to turn my monthly spread into a memory spread. So as you can see, as the month goes on, I start to journal. I like to add color with my mild liners that kind of match my sticker kit that I use that month, and so on. And so I thought I would do a little bit of that at the beginning of this video just because I don't really have a lot going on this next week, and I've already set up my goal stuff just because I feel like that works best for me. And so what I've done is I've printed out all the pictures that I've took this past week, and I use my Polaroid zip printer. I've had this since 2019. It's been a great printer, but honestly, I'm considering getting a new printer, and I'm looking at the HP Sprocket, but I probably won't be getting one till June because that's my birthday. Just because with my no spend and not just splurging on things that I want, I am going to wait and just have that be a birthday gift option. And if I don't get it, I'm sure I'll have birthday money and I can buy one with that. But until then, I hope this little printer can last. It just struggles reading the paper sometimes, reading that there is paper in the actual printer. And it's just a headache sometimes when I'm trying to print things. And so it's lived a good life, but I think by the middle of this year, it's going to be time to upgrade. Sorry guys, I was in mid-thought. So I'm just going to go through and talk out how this last week went memory-wise with my notes that I have. And so I'm looking because I like to follow this color scheme. And so Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I had the day off. And so I am just gonna write, I'm trying to remember what we did that day. I'm pretty sure we just stayed home. So had a great day of relaxing. That's what we're gonna put. I do remember we watched some football as well, but there's not enough room to put that. Okay, on Tuesday the 17th, so this actually happened on Monday night, but I didn't find out about it until Tuesday morning when I was actually about ready to leave for work, which I wish I would have found out later that day because it really just kind of threw my day off mentally. And that is that a dear person in my life passed away unexpectedly. She was only 50 years old. I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit. But her name is Cindy, and she was like my second mom, honestly. She passed away unexpectedly due to complications in a surgery, and I was honestly in shock when my mom called me that morning and told me what had happened. like I said, she was such a dear friend. She was like my aunt. She's my second mom growing up. My brother and I were very close with her sons. She has a son that's my age and then a son that is my brother's age. And then she has an older son that's a couple years older than me. And we were all just like family. They were like my brothers. She was like my mom. And we have grown a little apart since growing up, but it still was really hard to understand, I guess, and accept the fact that she had passed away. And so I'm going to put this picture of her on Tuesday. I'm probably going to write something, but I don't know what I want to write yet. And I really want that to kind of be a little bit more personal. But I am going to put some stuff here. And then moving on to Wednesday. Sorry, I'm trying to follow this pattern that I have. I feel like Wednesday was a crazy day as well. But, now I'm trying to remember what we did on Wednesday. We really didn't do anything. It was another... Oh, I did finish the circle, so I will write that. Actually, I'm just going to leave that blank as well and think about it. But on Thursday, it was National Popcorn Day, so I made myself some homemade popcorn. So we'll put that there. And I'm just going to write Happy Popcorn Day. Happy Popcorn Day. Okay, and then I'm trying to see what other pictures I have. Okay, a lot of these are from Saturday though, so we're good. And then on Friday, I had therapy. I'm just gonna write that I had a good session. Actually, during this session, it was kind of rough. Like, I was talking with my therapist about some stuff, and he just kind of felt lost with me, and so it was kind of more of like a venting session. He really didn't know how to help me just because what I'm working through involves other people and their change as well, and I can only do so much as myself. And so I'm just gonna write that it was a good session because it really did feel good just talking about things and getting them out there, because I really have no one else to talk about this stuff with. So had a good therapy session. And put a heart. Okay, on Saturday, we did a lot of fun stuff. It was an International Sweatpants Day. But Emery, my daughter, and I had a Mommy and Me Day, which was super fun. So I'm going to write that. Mommy and Me, and we'll say date, because she was super excited that morning and kept telling my husband that Mommy was taking her on a date, and she was very very excited because Mommy and Daddy go on dates. She's never been on a date, and so that was super fun. And then today is Sunday, and I'm just gonna do the highlighting here, and then I'll write about some stuff in a minute or later off screen. But then, so I still have these pictures, right? I'm sorry if you can hear my daughter and my husband in the background. They're being silly. And what I do is on this page, I will add these pictures here. And so I'm just going to hurry and add these. So this is a picture of my daughter in a shopping cart at Walmart. This was part of our mommy and me date. I told her that we could go anywhere she wanted, and she was super excited and wanted to go to Walmart. She wanted to go to Walmart and go shopping, is what she said. So we went to Walmart. I actually grabbed myself some stuff I really needed, which was kind of nice. And then she bought a baby doll, and it was super fun. And then afterwards we went to McDonald's because that's what she wanted, was chicken and fries. And I gave her all of these chicken and fry options, and McDonald's is where she wanted to go. So, Emery, during our date to Walmart, with her new baby. Okay, and then later that day, she was super spunky yesterday, which she's just spunky now all the time, which is funny because my husband and I are pretty reserved. I'm more reserved than my husband is, I will say that. But she is like the extroverts of all extroverts, and it kind of freaks me out because I'm not like this at all. And she's a diva, that is for sure. And so she was playing dress up with her sunglasses, and she filled a backpack full of treasures and kept telling me that she was gonna be late and I needed to move so she could go to work. And so I'll journal about that. Also on Saturday, we did a lot of stuff yesterday. We went to a Weber State basketball game. That is where I went to college, so I'm an alumni there. And we go to games every once in a while. My daughter loves it. It's so much fun watching her cheer for them. And my dad, he got her a Weber State cheerleader outfit, and it is her favorite. And so she got to wear that to the game last night. She was looking for Waldo the Wildcat, and it was awesome. And then this last picture, I got to teach the women today in my church, and we talked about the atonement of Christ and how to like build a life that is resistant to the adversary. And it was a really good lesson. We had a really good discussion, but I drew this picture actually a while ago, and I shared it today during my lesson, and it brought up a lot of good discussion, and so I wanted to journal about that as well. So I'll journal about this stuff later. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that process of what I do at the end of each week when I am putting in all of those memories. And so here's the current week. It's updated. As you can see, there's not a lot of check marks, but that is okay. I'm giving myself grace for this week just with everything that happened. And we're moving on to this week. I am simplifying things this week. I want to build that momentum, and I feel like I need to start smaller than where I was at the beginning of the year. I just always feel like January is that like trial month to figure your crap out before you actually get going in February. At least that's how it always is for me. And so I'm really simplifying. I just want to focus on really my daily habits more than anything. But I do have some weekly stuff that I want to make sure gets done this week. I definitely want to finish my book for personal. Work and learning's all the same. I want to get my video stuff done and then get planned and prepped for week 5 in my classroom. My husband and I are going on a date night this week. I'm going to charge my Apple Watch and get that going because I wanted to start wearing my Apple Watch in January, and that has not happened yet. So I definitely need to get that done. And the meal plan and groceries, doing my scripture study and attending church, and then just keep going on the decluttering. That's my weekly focus for the week. So let's go ahead and get planning. Finally, I'm sorry there was all that extra stuff, but I really wanted to show how all that works in my planner because I get questions about it a lot on Instagram, and so I wanted to share. Also, shameless plug, I have my Instagram in the description below if you like to follow me. That's where I share like everything I do in my planner, and you just get a whole bunch of different like behind the scenes stuff. So I highly recommend doing that if you are looking for new planner people to follow on Instagram. So we're going to head and just get this started. I am using another kit from More Plans on Etsy. I'll make sure to link her shop below. She's become one of my new favorite sticker shops. I love her designs. I believe this kit is called Winter Wonderland, which is perfect for this week because I woke up this morning and we got a bunch of new snow on our ground, and it's supposed to snow all week. So there you go. But I really love the designs of this kit and the colors. This is like my favorite color palette ever. It's like blues and pinks and grays, and I love it so much. And we're gonna get this stuff down really quick, and then we will start planning. While I'm on this side, I'm just gonna add this thin washi strip. I really like how much washi she gives you in her kits. It's so nice. And like they're different colors and designs, so you have a lot to work with. Except I feel like that's not cut all the way. So we're just gonna rip that off, and then I have my scissors and I'll just trim it. Perfect. Okay. So here we go. A new week. It's officially like the last full week of January, which blows my mind. In the past, I've always felt like January is one of the longest months. Between January and February, I feel like they drag so bad, and so I'm really grateful that this month didn't feel that long, but I don't know. It still is just kind of meh in a lot of ways. I love the new, like, feeling of January and, like, that new year excitement, but I don't feel like it lasts that long, and I'm just like, hey, here I am trying to figure my life out, and I feel like I'm failing, so there is that. Okay, so we have this. In the past couple weeks, I've been doing like a mock, not a mock, but like a hybrid spread, kind of like the plum paper vertical priorities, where I have my priorities at the top and then my schedule at the bottom, and where I'm not really doing anything this month, like this week. I need to get all these things done, but I already know when I'm doing them, so I really don't need to schedule them in, if that makes sense. I am just going to do a schedule type spread this week. And then as things come up is when I will add them to my daily planner and worry about that when it happens. And so on Monday, I have work tomorrow. Yay. It should be a good day. I'm actually excited. In my classes, my 8th graders, we just finished reading some excerpts of the Anne Frank diary, and they were really into that. And then we're starting this new project tomorrow where we're reading some poems from people during the Holocaust. It's like the book of poetry is called I Never Saw Another Butterfly or something like that. And so we're going to be doing a project around that, which I'm super excited. And then we are in the middle of reading Romeo and Juliet in my 9th grade classes. We just started it last week. I am pumped. This is my 2nd year teaching it, and I loved teaching it last year, and so like just starting to read it again really got me excited last week. And so that's what we're really doing at school, and I'm hoping to add more activities this year with Romeo and Juliet instead of just reading it, because it's Shakespeare, and I know 9th graders are not excited about Shakespeare, but I'm going to try to make it as fun as possible. Okay, so Monday we have work. I do have some Christian Designs Happy Meal supposed to be coming, and then that evening is when my family and I are going to be attending Cindy's viewing. And so I added that in. I think I'm going to add this cute pink washi at the bottom. I really like this. And then I'm going to add my meals at the bottom as well, I think, this week. So, grab a blue one. And tomorrow we are going to have pulled pork. It's nothing fancy. I literally buy frozen pulled pork from Sam's Club and warm it up, and that's what we eat. On Tuesday, I'm taking the day off. I'm using some bereavement leave, just because we are going to be attending the funeral that day. So I do need to make sure that on Monday I am prepared for my sub as well. I did get a sub, which I'm so excited about, because getting a sub is like not a thing in education right now. Like, it's so hard to find a sub. But I found one, and I'm hopeful that they don't cancel on me tomorrow or on Tuesday morning. But if they do, they do. And I guess my coworkers will have to cover for me, because that is also the reality of education right now. And so my family and I are going to be attending the funeral. It will just be me and like my parents and my siblings that are attending, just to make it easier. My husband didn't really know her at all, and so he's gonna go to work, and then my daughter will be at daycare, just so I don't have to worry about her during the funeral either. So there is that. And then for dinner on Tuesday, we are doing chicken and fries in our air fryer. I'm all about that easy cooking life right now. And so that's what we're doing. On Wednesday, I do have work. I'll be back to work on Wednesday, making sure my classroom did not fall apart. I'm always anxious the day I come back from having a sub, either when I'm sick or not sick, just because I'm like, hey, what did you guys do? Or did you do anything? That's always the question, I guess, up in the air is, did you do what I wanted you to get done, or are we gonna have to like catch up in some way? And so we will see. I'm sure they'll be okay. I try to make things when I have subs super simple, so I don't have to worry about playing catch up, but you never know. And then on Wednesday for dinner, We're going to do lasagna. Thursday, we got some more work going on. Okay, let's see. I love that. I think that's so cute. Walking in a winter wonderland. Very nice. And then we'll add our meal for Thursday. Like I said, this week, there's really nothing going on. And so that's why I kind of want to like reset everything this week and focus on getting some things done. Like, I'm focusing on my habits rather than trying to do all this other stuff, I guess. But for dinner, we're going to have orange chicken. Once again, in the air fryer. Super simple. Okay, and then on Friday, last day of work for the week. Love it. Okay, and I will add this right here, and then we're just gonna do leftovers for dinner on oh my gosh, I totally lost my train of thought. On Friday. Oh, I need to add my washi. That would be really helpful. Perfect. Okay, so there is that. And we'll add our meal. And like I said, we're doing leftovers. I just figure that between all these meals that we're eating, leftovers would be a good way to go. And honestly, on Fridays, I never feel like cooking anyways. And so I feel like that's fine. Okay, on Saturday, I do have some stuff that I want to get done. But first, I'm going to add our weekend banner. Maybe these stickers are kind of hard to pull out for this kit. They like didn't get cut all the way. Which, there we go. Okay, just have to be careful. Here is my weekend sticker. And so for this one, for my weekend, I will do like that to-do list and then my schedule at the bottom type of situation. Just to make it easier for myself. And so I'll add my to-dos and then little check boxes. I'll grab my pen. Okay, so I definitely do need to do some filming on Saturday. Get groceries. And then do some more decluttering. And I think that's it for right now. So I'm just going to leave that there. But then I'm going to put in my stickers that I'm going to use. I'm actually going to do that, and then I'm going to lay this over just so I have enough room. But I do have a goal setting session with Plan with Lakin for her Patreon group. And then it is date night on Saturday as well. So that's what I'm going to put here instead of our meal, just because we're going out to eat. And then my daughter will just eat with my parents because that's where she's going to be. And then on Sunday, same thing, except I don't feel like I'm gonna have a lot to do on Sunday. I'm still just gonna add the check boxes. It will be easier that way. Who knows? Maybe I'll come up with a really long to-do list. But for right now, I just need to make sure I do my come follow me and do some planning. And then maybe some more filming as well. And then we have church on Sunday at noon. So once again, I'll just kind of like layer that over that. And then for my meals, oh, I picked the wrong one. For dinner, I'm planning on doing steaks. I've heard people cook steaks in an air fryer, so I'm kind of wanting to do that. But my husband, I got him a new meat thermometer for Christmas, an electric one. And I know that he's been wanting to use that because he likes to reverse sear steaks. And so maybe I'll let him use that. He's the one that normally makes steaks when we have steaks. Okay, and then the last thing I need to do is just put in my stuff for my daily habits, which is really the focus for this week. So I've got to put those in. And so I'll just use my Moxie markers because I like to highlight them to see where areas of life I am focusing on. There we go. One thing I've noticed with these is that they're kind of stiff, and so sometimes it's hard to like get a good thick line. Some of them it's not, like that one was good, but other ones it's kind of hard. I've also noticed that they're pretty juicy, so but I'm gonna focus on my AM routine and making sure I'm waking up and not hitting that snooze button. That has been my biggest like fault, I guess, this month, is hitting the freaking snooze button. And then my PM routine, and then doing a daily check-in with my husband. My 2 cups water. Okay, focusing on prayer and reading my scriptures. And then just doing that daily tidy. One other thing that I need to add is on Friday, it is payday. So I'll just put that down here. That's where I have room. The money. And then I'm going to add the grocery thing right here. And I'm going to put a little laptop here for filming. And then on this side, I need to put trash day. And then our cute little garbage can. And then I think that is it for this week. And so, here's how it turned out. It's pretty simple and straightforward. A lot of white space this week, but like I said, my focus is really just trying to find a good routine with my habits, making sure those are getting done, and then I'm going to reset myself with this goal setting session and just in general, just reset for the new month of February, which I cannot believe that in this next plan with me, I will be planning the first week of February. Blows my mind. But anyway, let me know, you guys, how has January been for you? Do you feel like you already need some sort of reset or Do you feel like you have found your groove with your goals and you just know that this year is going to be the best? Let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And then until next time, guys, I will see you later. Bye.